Praise God, praise God. Hope all is well with you. Doesn't matter what's going on in your life. I hope all is well with you. I hope whatever is going on in your life that you're able still to focus on the goodness of God. What challenges it is to forget about focusing on God. What challenge it brings. You have to learn lessons and then bring you right back to reflecting on God. After you learn the lesson, it's imperative to keep your mind on. Not just for direction, healing, deliverance, peace, but also guidance, also fulfillment. You know, success doesn't fulfill you. Having a good support system doesn't fulfill you. You can still have everything that you need and still be empty. Getting everything you want, it can make one spoiled. Most of my life, I was spoiled. Till I became an adult and had to put hard work in. Had to make wise choices, had to make sacrifices, had to have order, discipline. We got to go back to supporting others for healing and for who they are. And promote them to be whole. Promote them to heal. Promote them to find their real strength from God. We have to get right. Because there's things we entertaining, it's not fulfilling souls. It's just getting them a couple steps ahead to where they used to be. There's no real value getting a couple steps ahead than where you used to be. It's no real value having a habit that makes you to forget about your conscious mind. It's not even worth to have the spirit and the works hate on the inside. We all wasn't made for none of that. Even when God blesses all of us, when He bless us, He don't want us to be spoiled. He wants us to have some grit. He wants us to have some wisdom, some strength. It's sad. Because when I was in the seat of being broke and being foolish and loose, everybody was my judge. But I choose to heal. They want to gatekeep my greatness as if I signed up for them to be powerful in my life. Where's your own healing in your own life? or you just want to be a judgmental person that wants to have power over others, that want to always be right and never hear their side, never hear what they go through, never. That makes yourself righteous and that handicaps your strength and your growth. Also wisdom. So you think you hurting someone else, you end up hurting yourself. Because you're limiting your own growth. From the things you entertain, what you listen to. While having no understanding. Them same people who be judgmental, extremely judgmental, they need somebody with some understanding. They gonna meet someone and they gonna want them to have some understanding. Funny how people who project out of their ego don't want someone to reflect on them what they put out. But why not use your power or who you are to promote healing? We need an understanding for more healing. We need more forgiveness and grace and understanding where the other person is coming from to promote healing. If you for wickedness, then stand on that all day long. But don't wear no mask behind it. But know your time for healing is coming. I remember when I was in my sin, heavy. I knew it was coming. And the more it bothered my conscience, the more I wanted to get drunk. The more triggers came about, the more I wanted to get drunk. The more I participated in behavior I didn't want to own up to, I was getting drunk and hanging around more drunks. We in a society, we in a world that promotes wickedness, but don't want to take the shame for promoting so many people to involve in it. Indulge in it. But where are the folks who promote healing? I'm pretty sure they got some family members that will want to be whole and do something different and be fulfilled in their life. I'm pretty sure some family members of theirs will probably accept them being whole and being an example what healing is like. Not just to show their family, but the community. When you heal, it's not just about you. It's about everyone around you. We are selfish, self-centered, hateful, greedy, prideful, egotistic type of people. But we don't want that works coming back at us. But when it's time to be accountable, we don't want that. You should want many of the people from different backgrounds to heal because it gives God glory, and that could put a stop to the sin they participating in from those that's around them that's either affected by it or that was indulging with them as well. We need to heal our community. And I say that just about every environment I'm in. There's a strong need for it. It's easy to support ones who keep the peace, but do you support the ones who are addicts, who broken, who lost? Those are the ones that are in need and worthy of a second chance at life. Those are the ones that be the best employees, the best ones to talk about healing, the best ones God will major things for, but not just about them, but the impact they can make on the community. We got to heal individually so we can heal the community. Because the government don't care about us. As a community of people, they don't care about us. If they did, then why so many hate crimes and so much lack of accountability from their own works, from their own deeds? Why? What the scripture says, every high thought, every high imagination has to come down. Every principality, everything that exalts itself over the word, the spirit of God has to come down. Our real enemy is not the crooks on the street. The real enemy is the one who tries to replace God and make one forget about their higher self. That's who our real enemy is, who don't care about the welfare of people in the community. They don't want their voice heard. And want so many people to play a script and act like others can't be heard. Others not worthy of being heard. So many egotistic individuals with power trying to make one fearful, but after a while, that don't work. Especially if they went through intense warfare. It had to be action-based and not just verbal. Action-based with healing, action-based with self-defense, action-based with their faith. What your presence gonna do? We need healing. Why can't you promote others to heal and accept them as they heal, as they grow, instead of trying to bring them back down levels of them being broken and wicked and lost? That reflects on your own character. That reflects on how much you're not evolving. But you hide from that, and behind that title and with that ego. So much judgment. I know when I was in my wickedness, I felt the judgment. I couldn't run from it. I couldn't hide from it. I had to accept it and I had to grow from it. But too many people do these wicked deeds and they forget about their own healing. They have to be accountable for it. It's coming. You can't run from it. Money is not going to help you escape from the healing that your soul and your mind, your heart will need. Money, that's man-made. There's nothing we can do that can heal the soul. That's something that God does. So you can point fingers at others and saying they're the enemy, but don't want to be exposed to what you do. It's a one-side battle. One side is full of air while the other side is flat. But the government don't care about the community. People, different agencies of the government don't care about the community. Look around. Look how they treat different people in different communities. They don't care. They don't care about their own well-being. They care about meeting a quota, a standard, an agenda, a narrative. People will go around and do the wickedest things for money and greed, for control, but is that helping your soul to heal? Is it helping so many people involved? Is that helping them heal? You can't just point fingers at me and say I need to be accountable and be solid, but then put all kind of destructive, evil ways, evil things in my path that you don't want me to speak on or think I won't have heart to speak on. Or make it where about my words, my character, are not credible. I wish I could throw up my intestines. That's just how fed up I'm with this whole scenario of people wanting to prove things, wanting to be right, but they come in my way with it. Where were you when I was broken? Where were you when I was an addict? Where were you when I was loose as a goose? Where were you then? With your extreme judgmental, constructive ways and thoughts. I could speak on the importance of having healing works in your life before I was broken. Because there was a point in time I did heal, but I didn't stay on the path. And I could speak on it from making bad choices, had bad habits, and looking at a different view on life. And I can experience healing from that view as well. So when you throw out projections, when you throw out slander, what's the point of it if you're not making for correction? And you live in your house that's fragile surrounded by your ego, but fueled by greed. You wasn't created for that. God didn't create you to feed your flesh, to always be self-righteous, to always be right. Who am I speaking to? The ones who have in the community. The ones who want to project fear in the community. You're not God. You're human. You have flaws too. You have ways of error too. You're not perfect neither. You go on and tell people what I have done, but you don't want to be honest and tell them what you done to me. How about both of us heal? How about all of us heal? Everyone's involved in the community heal. Because it's not worth the walking around hating people. It's not worth it. You hating people, but you can draw all kind of hell and destruction to your own soul, your own mind, your own heart, your own path that you're not even prepared for. The only thing you can think about, I don't like this person. I want this person to suffer. I want this person to be broken. I want this person to be insecure. What about supporting them to heal and grow up? All of us grow up. We don't just need healing in our habits and in our character, in our standards, and with our boundaries. We need healing to access our inner child and our higher self. To walk in our real calling and our real identity, to get that fulfillment in the soul. So we won't go pick up no dirty habits. It's pointless to try to project fear from any title or position that one has. It's pointless and it's extremely sad. Because your backup come in and support those who participate in the lie, but when they come through, they just try to impose fear, but not healing, not acceptance, not even hearing the other side of the person's that's being accused or whatever. Go check up with them. Like, bring out a balance and support healing, support accountability, not wearing the mask. What about all these people that you use and downgrade their own value for the things they participate in? Don't you think they're worth of healing? If I was evil, right, I wouldn't be speaking on it, right? It's just something to ponder over, to really think about. All for your greed and control, you are accountable for the things you put out there and how you use people for this agenda, but you blocking their growth for greed. For something that's man-made, for money that's man-made. And here we all have a soul. God created us all. Even some in your own group need a second chance. When I talk about the people you hire, I'm talking about the people in your group, in your agency. They need a second chance. Their habits are not all clean. It's like, when are we going to heal? When are we going to grow up? The value of money doesn't go before the soul, the worth of the soul, the worth of the mind, the works of healing. That goes before, wow, that goes before one's own healing, the real identity God gives them. They don't even realize what they're fighting up against. But for one to not support so many in the community on healing, to not even promote it, but to promote wickedness so hard at this high level, it is proven that God's word is true. In God's word, He already speak on wickedness in high places, with authorities, with establishments. You powerful in numbers, but don't got no accountability. And blind to how much your own wickedness is slowly chipping you away, chipping the wholeness in you away. We need healing in the community. We need people to remember who they are and where they came from. And what purpose were they created for? And it's not sure as hell this man-made money. Not titles, not greed, not hate. When someone causes drama and block me from moving forward, or they hate me, I have to ask myself, what ties do I have towards them for them to dislike me so much? And if I was to speak it to them, the ones who dislike me so much, they wouldn't accept it. They wouldn't even be honest. 。 What am I saying? You wasn't created to operate out of hate. And I'm not worthy of no one to be jealous of. Heck no. There's no room to compare or be jealous, no. But when are we going to heal to reflect on the goodness of God, to see the manifestations of God, and to love self, and to love what God created, what we see in the mirror? But for greed and for control, it's bringing us away from God, from something that's man-made. It's not worth it. It's blocking from so many people from healing nationwide. I understand why God gave me that dream and I asked him about my calling. When I reflect on it at that time, it didn't seem real to me. I thought I was just dreaming a dream and it had nothing to do with my life. My gosh. It's something how when you get a bit of healing, you can't keep it to yourself. You're not forcing it on anyone else. You want them to see the goodness and the light within their own soul. You want them to see that they're meant to be whole. But if you force that on them, then it's a problem. Right? You don't want to force it because no one accepts it when you're being drilled with it. But if love brought you there, you'll go. If freedom brought you there, you'll go. Sickening. Because every time the enemy sends in warfare, I'm forced to grow. I don't want to respond out of ego. There are examples of what not to do. This instruction comes after you operate out of ego. It's so hypocritical of people that say you're sinful but do not make room for you to heal. And not example of healing themselves. So which led me to believe we all need a heavy dose of healing, God's love. We wasn't made for operating out of ego and be driven by greed. If you operate out of those agendas for a whole day, It's all kind of destruction coming at you that you have to pay for, be responsible for, and also clean up. It takes more than a day to clean up. It takes more working time to clean it up versus you making the mess. All these people I meet along the way, it's supposed to be a celebration about healing, interacting with different gifts from healing, evolving more in God, how God made us, created us. He all made he he made us all beautiful, powerful, gifted. Life is already challenging as it is, but I'm about to go living my life hating people because they operating out of an agenda, have their feelings towards me. But how can they support a system, a group that degrades women? But yet they call me an attacker towards women. And I'm thirsty as hell towards men. But yet when I'm healed and mind my business, it's a problem. It's a problem. And that's all I do every day is try to find ways to heal along with minding my business. I'm not about to explain nothing to nobody. I'm not looking for acceptance. Not looking for validation. I want to heal. And as I heal, I'm trying to be careful with how I treat people. Where if I acknowledge that they're still responding and operating out of their flesh, that's on them. That's their choice. If they want to operate out of their higher self and respecting their temple, that's their choice. But who am I to degrade them based off of what choices they choose to operate from? That don't mean I have to hate them. Who am I to hate someone that's God's creation? Even if they don't recognize that they're God's creation, who am I? And who am I to cause trauma for them, for stopping them from healing? I went through some things I wouldn't want a soul to go through at different stages of my life. So folk can say, oh, I'm in psychosis, I'm this, I'm that. No. Who support many people from healing? We wasn't made for all this. Your choices can either promote others to heal or promote them to sit in destruction. That in a later time they have to be accountable for. Money is not going to get them out of it. If you're all for growth, accountability, real accountability, you will be the example of what you want others to walk in. And it doesn't give them a block opportunity. That gives them an opportunity for living right. Because everybody needs a second chance. Everyone does. The ones who hold up so much grudges, so much grief, so much judgment, so much, they need God's love harder. They need God's love harder because the soul is fragile, is weak, is really yearning for genuine love and a release. And usually it's a lot of egotistic folk. It's not just towards healing with character. It's healing towards hobbies, habits, accountability. How you treat others who damage, who broken. It says a lot about your character. It says a lot about how much you're healing. Don't just show people you have power with numbers. Show them how much you're accountable with your character before you project or slander anyone. Imagine living your life and you haven't done no type of healing. Maybe you haven't had any trauma in your childhood and your adulthood and everything was perfect. Then you get this job title and it feeds your ego. It feeds something and you probably wasn't boosted up that high before. But you go around harming others, you go around slandering others who went through some trauma, who went through some brokenness, but you're not even capable of showing what healing is like. I think there are some people like that in the establishments. Because look how poorly the community is. Where's all the tax money going to? Why are so many homeless people suffering with mental illness? Why are so many people in forced poverty? Why so many people are forced to either submit to their job responsibilities or honor God? It's not them honoring God and performing their job duties. Their job duties is making them forget about God. Why is that so much? I'm talking about in the government. I ain't talking about average Joe job. And then all the way to ones who work at the average Joe job. We need healing. We don't just need to project brokenness onto ones who participate in sin. We need to project that same judgment on those who throw out the idea of it in the first place. Did we forget who started the works of prostitution? Did we forget about who was the real drug dealers in the community? Same ones who want to promote labels and images for us to fit in. I know I need healing, but every time I'm serious about healing, there's someone that comes along my path that wants to distract me off. I'm like, you can't do both. You can't call me wicked and block me from healing. You gotta stand on something. There's no in between. And if one doesn't like me, that's fine, but stand on that and keep it moving. Wish you wellness, peace, joy. I have no bad blood towards these people. But I'm tired of wanting to defend myself. I'm tired being quiet. I'm tired of the environment being so wicked. People being wicked, we forgot about what we were created for. It's like, yo, if you righteous, stand up. You sold out to righteousness for real and serious about healing. Stand up. And show love to your community. Show people genuine love. It's sickening and it's extremely sad that a homeless person can show you more genuine love and the importance of healing than someone in the positions of power in the government would. How can they reflect on their mistakes and life choices more than ones of ego in positions of authority? Maybe they had more time. Maybe they had more work to work on themselves. Maybe they had more opportunity to purge and walk in a renewed mind. But last time I checked, we all need that from different walks of life. I don't appreciate how folk degrade me and try to block out my voice. And I don't appreciate they being used for wickedness as well. It's a spread out spiritual degrading and destruction. Because we all forgetting about our first love and our higher self. We're forgetting about how much we should be respecting our temple and healing, evolving, growing. It is to have all these boundaries of self-control by I'm around people who have no self-control. They think it's all about them. I'm supposed to have so much boundaries of self-control and minding my business, but when people get in my way and make it about them, I'm not just supposed to speak on it. Where are their boundaries and self-control to even go mind their own business? Or better yet, love on themselves. It's sickening and it's sad because it's degrading ourselves and bringing down our real value and also the community. When people heal from everything that they experience, they treat everything and everyone differently. When one's in position of power heal and they operate out of ego and greed, they support others' free will and second chance at life. They experience their own second chance at life from healing. So who is man to try to block someone else's options, their free will, and their choice of living? We need healing in the community. If you being evil is fighting crime and putting people off the street that is committing crime, and then do all what you need to do. But if it's causing more harm towards you, your health, your peace, your joy, If it's blocking you from growing, from evolving, and that person is not fitting into the agenda, the molding that you want them to fit in, you might want to check yourself. It will be a powerful move if you promote healing in the environment. And I mean, every environment, you use your power and authority. Yeah. Don't just use your power to make your presence known. Do something with that. Show others how to be accountable. Show others how to be understanding. Act like a decent human being. Not so selfish. So egotistic. Who's going to hear you if you're so egotistic? You can't make folk be or fear of you with your presence and with this ego when they got a load of questions and demands and concerns waiting to meet up with you. That don't work with me, sir or ma'am. But every time I see you, it's trying to promote fear. Why fear? Why can't we have a real conversation? It's too one-sided. It's unbalanced as hell. You know, when I was full of rage, full of hate, I could get down with operating out ego. But I had to humble myself and remember what God brought me from. And that promoted healing. It promoted me to heal more. If you don't want to work on yourself, if so many people don't want to work on themselves, that's cool. That's their free will. But you don't make choices for someone else's life and then expect them to fall in line. Do you carry the mule for them? It's dangerous to play God and haven't done any type of healing. It's dangerous. Because you don't know or can't recognize who's protecting those same ones you cause harm to. You could try to claim they're not in their right frame of mind. You could claim that they're the devil all you want, but they're still God's people. And you God's creation yourself. But you don't slowly see how much you're becoming like the devil with projecting. See, projecting and operating out of hate and ego makes you forget about your own reflection. Stop all this hate and intense judgment and promote healing. A status in this world, the desire for control and greed, it could get you so far. What about the quality of healing for our own character and mind and health? All of us. If we know each other, we don't, but we cross paths, all of us. We all should be ashamed of ourselves. Because we put so many things, including our own desires, before God. And healing works, healing path. I'd be a fool to go backwards after all that work I've done. I'm not even in the mood for it. How much time it took to heal? Not in the mood for it. Any option you send my way, any honey trap you send my way, anyone who set up destruction, set up slander, lies, they can't even stand on that. They can't stand on it because they need participation from me. They need me to get involved. I'm not playing nobody's game. I don't care who it is, what narrative they have. I don't care what I did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. I'm not in that mind frame, heart space, and character. And I'm not about to prove that to nobody. The more we deny that we need healing, the more we need it. And who are we to judge someone that wants to heal? Who are we to say that they're not deserving of it? Who are we as people? We can't get in line for our own works that need to be accountable for. They need to be worked on. At least show the one that you're talking down on, hey, this is the example of what being solid is like. This is what it's like to heal. Let everybody see in the community from your character, from the things you speak, but it doesn't stand out with being wicked. So people who like to get attention fast, they thinking being evil is gonna last. It's gonna be great. But as they keep living and getting older, they're gonna realize I need to heal. There's an emptiness on the inside of me that doesn't shut up. It doesn't get quieter. It's sad how the government is promoting so many people to lose their free will or be a puppet. Whatever label, mask, whatever it is, we all need healing, boy. It's so sad. I'm at work, right? I didn't want to bring up this experience, but it's necessary. It's necessary. Extremely necessary. So from lies that were spread, they came heavier in the environment trying to make their presence known, which I'm all for it. Do your job. I can't wait for someone to roll up on me correctly. I'm not in fear, not paranoid, because there's too much needs to be cleared up anyway. So they tried to slow down my work productivity with just these characters coming asking me for supplies. And I have my own responsibility I have to attend to. I'm not a butler, I'm that's not my responsibility. So one or two people I don't mind helping, but after a while, I just ducked off because I already acknowledged what was going on. So it happened again where these individuals with the egotistic attitude, thinking it's all about them. What are you doing with your presence? You paying for folk to lie. You paying for folk to be wicked. But you don't come and double check the things you hear. You don't check with the other person, see what's going on. So they always asking me for something, which it don't bother me no more because it's an option to listen to them. I'm not the manager at this job site. It's not my full responsibility to cater to these people that are passing through the hallway. That's not my responsibility. I don't mind helping, but I'm not about to stop doing what I'm doing to attend to them. So this individual was not too far from my area where I was working at. And he interrupted me from working and wanted me to come towards him. And I'm saying to myself, you coming towards me, let me know what is it that you need assistance with, but I shouldn't have to stop what I'm doing to help you. I don't mind it, but you don't want to need help. You don't want to need assistance, and yet you're full of ego. How I know he was full of ego? Because he asked, ma'am, I need some help with something. And I just said, yes. Yes, how can I help you? I'm looking at the time. I'm not trying to overdo my time while I'm at this site. I have other responsibilities I want to attend to. I'm not trying to milk no one's clock. But yet, he blew his bread and was mad because I ain't come stick my head out the door. I'm like, no. Because really, he should never bother me. He should have called front desk. But these people love to stick their head out and let me know they're there. Okay, cool. I'll let you know how much I care. Creating all this drama, so much drama in the environment. Wanting so many people at the end of the day, wanting so many people to hate me, but it's creating so much drama in the environment. It's creating so much anxiety in the environment. If I'm the one that's creating the problems, why the hell are these people creating setups and tactics that don't want to be revealed? They don't want the tactics to be revealed along with the people that's doing it to be revealed. And don't want me to speak on it. But the more and more I heal, the more it's a need to speak on a lot of this foolishness. Because this greed is bringing out the devils in people that shouldn't even be that way. And how can you deliver? You're gonna do all these things to me, but you don't deliver. Oh, yeah, uh from all these claims, why won't you deliver? Bring them boys in with the claims you have. Don't want me to confront the people who make the claims either. Yet, don't want me to speak about how much I be in my own lane and mind my business, but I'm the problem with all these people. I'm not no hypocrite. I'm not calling people hateful and self-centered and being that way myself. No, I'm trying to be thoughtful, but when people are not thoughtful to me and they have this strong hate but don't want me to speak on what they do and how much is a problem for me being productive and me moving forward, that's a problem. Who gonna be quiet? Who gonna stay quiet? It's a problem against healing. It's a problem against growth. It's a problem against accountability. Not just me, but for anyone who say these things. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. And the people you use, I really, really, really wish they would get out the way and let God have his way. I really do. Because calling me wicked and forgetting about your own wickedness is extremely hypocritical. I wish a lot of people wholeness. Just observing certain people who have positions of power, they're deteriorating. If it's not from drugs, if it's not from greed, if it's not for desires control, if it's from the lack of God in their life, or all the above, including ignoring the respecting one's temple, if it's not one but all the above, it's a slow destruction. I wish we all could heal, seriously. Because it's sickening. It's extremely sickening. The world's not going to show you how to love yourself. The world, the status, the titles, positions, authority, who gives you breakthroughs, who helps you with whatever income it is, it's not going to bring healing to the soul. It's hardly any programs to help people get on their feet. It's hardly any healthy, loud, positive works for people in the community. To prevent ones from experiencing trauma or participating in drama, but also for those who want a better life, who want more out of life. So why do I bring the attention to the government about things? Because they're the one projecting so many agendas in the community, using people for their agendas, but not promoting them to heal. There's one individual, I seen him stalking me, and it don't bother me. It don't bother me at all when they do what they do. I won't say nothing, but I read their spirit along with their intentions. Like, I don't know what. I wouldn't say nothing to these people. I'll say hello. I take that back. I'll say hello, how you doing? And keep it moving. But when I first met him, he wasn't the way he is. I seen him lately. Lately, it's more the but when I first met him, not gonna say from what environment, but when I first met him, he was laughing more. He was more upbeat. And these are one of the people that the enemy is using. So for you to participate in an agenda and receive money, you're going to cause more harm on yourself to operate out of your ego, but it's bringing on destruction to your health. So when I say we all need healing, even ones who are ops need healing too. Because you wasn't made to operate out of hate and take drugs that's going to mess with your health. It's cool you don't like somebody, but it's not worth to carry the spirit of hate. Or at least I know I'm not. People could do whatever they want to. I'm so excited. I'm losing weight. My hair is growing. I'm so happy. I'm so thankful for the little things, for the little things that I can see changing before my eyes. That makes me question myself. What am I doing to change? Am I embracing change? People can project that at me all day long, but I have to walk out change. That's going to impact my life. The good, the bad, the ugly. I have to embrace healing. And it comes with change. Only a small-minded, dull individual think their life, who they are, is going to stay the same at each stage of their life. But if you embrace change and healing, you can prepare for the changes that come. I don't want no attachments to no one for a real long time, because how serious I am about healing. I don't want no influences, knowing it. I don't want no involvement. I don't want no distractions. I'm serious about putting God first in my own life. And it takes work to declutter, detach, heal, and pull away from things that's not serving my greater good. And the will of God as well. So I'm not being mean. I'm just tired. My soul is tired. And here I am. I used to think my brother was delusional when he was talking about healing. You can deny all you like. You get to a stage in your life where you embrace it like hell. There's going to be lessons there for you to learn. Because I wish I could go back in time and tell my brother, I hear you. I'm not deaf. I hear you. I'm taking it in. That's a warning. It's a flag of a warning. God will minister people in your path, in your life, to warn you about what you need. So for a long time, I was denying it. And I was letting problems sit. Warfare kept happening. I was letting problems, brokenness sit. My addictions were getting bigger. The more you deny it, the more you run from it, the more it comes after you for the need of it being done. All those times my brother used to tell me about how much he was healing from this, and he wasn't in a relationship because he was healing, and I thought, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through that. That's not in style. That sounds difficult. That sounds boring. That sounds lame. No. Actually, you keep living in your sin, just going to lead you to a dirt end road, and you're going to realize how many people are broken in the environment with those similar habits, lifestyle, mindset. It's brokenness and miserable there. Healing helps you from going there and remind you of your worth. So excuse me if I want to treat people better and show up better. Excuse me. Who am I? I'm just a nobody that believe in God, right?